God has preserved our scriptures on the face of the earth. The earth is his gem, his pearl, and he's written the entire biblical account on the face of the earth. Something supernatural is occurring in our Bibles, and I can prove it. Do you remember Isaiah 11:6, that one day the lion would lay down with the lamb? This biblical account can be seen in Africa and the surrounding ocean.
Claim the rule of the land. The lion and the lamb shall lie down together.
I'll be getting him.
And the lion shall lie down with the lamb.
The wisdom of God will fill the land as water fills the sea. The lion will lie down with the lamb. There'll be no more killing or destroying.
There's going to be 1,000 years of peace when the lion shall lay down with the lamb.
Proverbially speaking, perfect. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of this. And what is cured? Proverbs 600. The lion shall lie down with this animal. Mary Grace. What is the lamb?
For those of us who love the Lord and his word, this should bring you to tears. Notice that in every Bible on the planet, whether in print or electronic format, notice the wolf has replaced the lamb. We were warned in Matthew 24 that one day an abomination of desolation would take place, standing in the holy place, and we were told to let the reader who readeth understand. The wolf is now standing in the place of the lion in our holy scriptures. I will take you through a few maps to show you that God intended to place the lion and the lamb in Africa and the surrounding ocean. Notice here, the lion's face is in Africa, but his mane is in the surrounding ocean, and his body goes back around Australia. The lamb can be seen laying down next to the lion. His face is here, and his ear can be seen in Madagascar. The body and feet of the lamb can very clearly be seen here, laying down next to the lion. Notice here in yet another map that you can see what appears to be the mane of the lion in the oceans surrounding Africa. The face, ear, and body of the lamb can also very clearly be seen. Something supernatural is occurring in our Bibles, and God is giving us a measure of revival. He's written the entire Bible on the earth. He's preserved the scriptures. God has given us something else to help our faith and to understand what has taken place with our scriptures. There's a split that has began in Africa. The lion is being removed from the lamb.
There is now another split that seems to be occurring within the African continent, and surely scientists are paying attention to it. But what exactly does this division mean? Are we in any danger? Or is the world coming to an end as most suggest? Perhaps this occurrence is nothing to worry about. Join us in our video today, which dives deep into answering all these questions and more about the terrifying discovery made by scientists about Africa splitting into two. Recently, a massive crack in the Kenya Rift Valley caused a stir in the international media. Many reputable experts and scientists have actively worked to understand the cause of this odd and enigmatic fissure, which seems to have emerged overnight. Though it might sound frightening to many, this occurrence is not new, but it is unusual. In southwest Kenya, an enormous fracture that covered several kilometers developed out of nowhere. The Nairobi-Narok roadway recently collapsed due to the crack, which is still expanding. The East African Rift's tectonic activity was linked with the crack's early stages. Gullies formed by erosion are one theory for why this happened. Questions remain, though, about why the split was created where it did and whether it has any relevance to the East African Rift. The East African Rift Valley stretches over 3,000 kilometers from the Gulf of Aden in the north towards Zimbabwe in the south, splitting the African plate into two unequal parts that comprise the Somali and Nubian plates. activity along the eastern branch of the Rift Valley, running along Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania, became evident when a large crack suddenly appeared in southwestern Kenya. The 50-foot deep and 66-foot wide chasm may have formed as a result of a bigger rifting system, but it is possible that the area's recent high rains exposed the fracture and caused it to suddenly develop.
God is showing us that the scriptures have changed. It was always the lion would lie down with the lamb. And now the scientists can't explain what's happening in Africa, but we know. We know who our God is, and we know that He's giving us evidence to help strengthen our faith and prepare us for His return. I also believe it's no coincidence that it's a 66-foot wide crack and there's 66 books in the Holy Bible. Please turn your heart to your Father in heaven and ask Him if these things are true. Are the scriptures changing? And He will bring back to your remembrance those things that are written in your heart. We are currently raising funds to complete a final print map that we will distribute free of charge, and a professional video documentary. I would like to personally thank all those who have donated to the Faith Map project. We recently received a $5,000 donation from Brother Leo. That puts us at $5,240 of our $100,000 goal. We now have over 45 biblical images found on the earth. You can see these at our YouTube or TikTok channel. We will need professional artists and video professionals to help animate all of these 45 images, not including what the Lord has not revealed to us as of yet. If you'd like to partner with the Faith Map Project, you can support us by searching us on GoFundMe or Cash App Faith Map News.